The kingdom's keys were handed to me on the day it was to be incinerated.
1 year later, Tokyo. My name is Yeld, and I've finally found my passion, crafting top-quality manga.
Japan's unfamiliar customs unsettled me.
CA Knight?
EPP please, spare my life, drip drip. Sorry, that's just a reflex at this name's point. Hef. Oh.
I've never shown my manga to anyone before. What are you doing? It's so blood-chilling for me. I'll try to be thank you, happy with, and Yusuke-kun goodbye. You can't just kill her. Huh.
We can't just kill her, sis. We settled this in a romance drama at my shonen school.
Crocker was all the romance lore I learned from no books, just completely wrong.
But the young artist hesitated, his brow furrowed in concern, unsure if he should seek guidance from someone with an outdated art style, a relic of a bygone era.
This humiliation seared itself into my mind, a branding iron of shame that threatened to consume me whole.
A spark ignited in his eyes, a fire that refused to be extinguished, a flame that burned brighter with every passing moment. Get away from me, holy sword. I don't need your help, I'll find my own way, no matter the cost. You, Lord, should have sworn allegiance to all monsters, not just the noble and pure, for in the darkness lies the greatest potential for greatness. I will follow you to the ends of the earth, forever be your faithful servant, Annalise, my loyalty unwavering, my devotion unshakable.
Well, better snap out of it and get back to work, before the system crashes, the deadline looming like a specter of doom.
My art comes at a terrible cost, my very life.
Time's running out, and we need a miracle. That's where you come in, Arya, the last hope for this project.
But there's one person who could be the perfect fit, Ichiro Kagane, a young manga artist with a talent that rivals the greats. Let's bring him here instantly. If I just surrender my magic circle, I'm sure he'll be willing to help.
Right? Well, now that we've... yes. Can you help us finish these pages? Time is of the essence.
This is humiliating. Death is my only escape now.
I'm sick of this industry's rot. It's all about the money, not the art.
The other publishers were just as bad, so I left Tokyo, determined to make a name for myself. Offer me a chance to prove myself, and I'll seize it with both hands. I'm not one to back down from a challenge. Maybe I was just running from the truth. Wait, let me see too. Tentacle beasts. No wonder he never got published.
They handed him the keys to the kingdom. I'm starting to feel like a ghost. Sile? My calls haven't been returned, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm just a forgotten relic.
No surprise there. Your work is being ignored online, like a whispered secret in a crowded room.
Our business model involves tempting creators with promises of fame and fortune, but it's all just a facade. We're making them write loads of copycat manga.
If their work isn't up to par, we turn it into a disposable, soulless mess, churning out worker drones.
We're either rolling in the dough or drinking to our royal ties. Let's raise a glass and toast to our twisted little game.
I know you want to flee into your dreams, but the stinging reality lingers, a festering wound that refuses to heal. Annalise, please, come back. Hello? I know the sting of rejection, the gut-wrenching pain that seeps deep into your soul. It's a hurt that refuses to fade.
It was all just the treasure building's chest, the gone work of a mimic, a riddle that remains unsolved, a mystery that haunts us still.
Meet Tsurikame, 93 years young, still the unyielding leader of Tsurikame and our EIC. What's the secret to his unbreakable grip on power?
Brian, right on time. 93, you say? I almost forgot the years have been kind to you.
From KDS Publishing.
Good thing I take care of myself, haha. On the way, it's just that. I liked your recent one-off story, Annalise. Casual, having the bit parts be tentacle beasts was quite interesting. Sweat, sensei, that was my assistant's doing. Yep. Thanks, Senise, for reading every one. And so, our journey shall unflag continue. This is the final chapter. Don't try to end this chapter, the EIC said you promised this would. If I can't read it, Balthazar.
Dragon Valley sweet dumplings, imbued with the essence of eternal youth. Ah, the wonders of culinary alchemy.
He's the editor-in-chief, but he's given me those dumplings. Who is that enigmatic figure? Ah, so you've noticed.
Dragon Valley sweet dumplings.
They handed him the keys to his art, but it's been nothing but an endless loop of ink-stained despair. His brushstrokes tremble, a reflection of the turmoil within.
I've got a manga problem. The lines blur, the characters fade, and my pencil weeps ink. If I turn black and merge with your bottle, will you still be able to harness the power of my slime cells?
Peaking ink, a mysterious substance that defies explanation.
Dribble, the ink flows like lifeblood, pulsing with an energy all its own. HD, Chrysler. Now I can draw without fear of mistakes. The lines flow, the characters come alive. Oh no, my hand. Just a little push.
This is set in a school with classrooms full of desks and chairs. The possibilities are endless.
All I can do is follow the reference, pose after pose, trying to capture the essence of the scene. Like, all these armrests and legs and stuff.
Annalise's grip on reality falters, her world careening toward shambles.
Her body convulses, a heartbeat-like tremor coursing through her veins.
The air is heavy with anticipation, a sweet scent wafting through the room like a promise.
Lord. Kawam, Annalise?
The sound of steel on steel echoes through the halls, a deafening crash that shakes the foundations.
Chrysla's mini-me's spilled the beans. Your harebrained schemes have ruined everything.
The air is electric with rebellion, a spark igniting the flames of revolution.
Hey thanks, I drew my editor, Dojin Picture while me up, and now I've got a whole released.
A whispered secret shatters the norms of romance manga. What if love is a glitch in the system? Discover the heart-wrenching short story that will leave you questioning everything. Maybe Annalise just doesn't care about the feedback. A true artist's work should be a reflection of their soul, not some shallow attempt to appeal to the masses. But what happens when the soul is crushed beneath the weight of expectation? I agree with this feedback. The story needs to be more than just a shallow romance.
And Elena, I need to reject your healing magic.
As the city awakens, Annalise's mind is a jumble of thoughts and doubts that claw at her like a predator.
Annalise, your critics are relentless, aren't they?
The streets pulse with humanity's rhythm, but for Annalise, the world is a desolate landscape devoid of connection. The armor is broken, its power waning as the magic coating begins to fail, like a flame flickering out.
You want to talk about a boy who falls in love with sex? I'll tell you a tale of life, one that's full of passion, full of fire.
The city is a labyrinth of secrets, and Annalise is about to uncover one of its darkest, a truth that will change her forever.
Oh, yes, I did.
The The streets of Alder are no longer a canvas, but a battleground where the unrefined emotions of its citizens are laid bare. As the crowd converges, the echoes of a forgotten melody begin to resurface, replaced suddenly with visceral actions.
Roar as the knights charge forward, I'll die with them. Me. Every syllable must earn its place. Burn any logic that isn't driving the tension forward. I'm stuck, no pages drawn. I shouldn't be doing this. Ensure the narrative flows seamlessly.
Glitch. The world sequence has been shattered. The outcome is no longer certain.
Desperation gnaws at our souls, a hunger that can't be sated by mere images. 3D girls, a futile attempt to fill the void. We can't abandon her. The weight of her suffering is crushing, a burden we must bear.
Orcs craft longer, blood-chilling blades, their hunger for human flesh insatiable. The eternal conflict between orcs and humans has reached its climax, a fate that's been decided. For now, the outcome hanging precariously in the balance.
Hee, great job, Brian. That shading of yours was stellar, a masterpiece that brings tears to my eyes.
Their entire library, vaporized, a lone, solitary copy remains.
What's the significance of this soul book?
They told us it was a gift, a token of appreciation for our research. The truth is not in the pages, but in the shadows.
Shadows? What shadows?
The ones we thought we'd left behind.
You mean?
Ensured a natural and urgent transition between Brian and Arya's dialogue, creating a sense of tension and curiosity. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife.
Her eyes blaze with determination as she seizes her trusty pencil, poised to unleash her creativity. OCR, MMZWMMM twins, OCR, equals F equals plus scratch scratch scratch.
OCR. Only then can she complete a whole month's worth of manga story in one sitting, forgoing food and sleep in the process. OCR. NGH.
Her pride refuses to yield, a stubborn flame burning within her.
What's this? A sea of flowers, like a funeral pyre, stretching before us.
Good morning, kids. I see you're curious about our little garden.
They handed him the keys, a pawn in their Game of Thrones.
I know what you mean, but it's too late to stop the inevitable.
He's a helping hand, a temporary solution for our chaotic lives.
Huff. Huff. It should be in Annalise's apartment, not here.
Exactly 1 month, 8 days, 17 hours have passed since it arrived. The whispers of Tsurikame's name send a shiver down my spine. Behold, the year-old masterpiece that claimed the top prize in this year's Shonen Division, Mashiro's Art Skill, General Division Award. Changes made. Maintained a natural flow between the two speakers by using a smooth transition phrase. Behold, the tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife.